I know I have the hairdo of a 12-year-old. I decided to detangle my hair, and in the middle of detangling it, I thought, you have a YouTube video to record. So it was too late then. So I said, look, we got to roll with it. Hey, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. So this is what you're getting today, is 2 little pigtail puffs on wash day. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about some fashion related news. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I more so have focused on one topic, and it was more of covering like a lawsuit with a fashion related company. So I actually got inspired by Super Dakob, Cassie Thrope, as well as Swan. They've done fashion related news before, but they actually group multiple topics within the same video. I wanted to give credit where credit was due, and I'm going to try this new format. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you're enjoying the new format of the fashion related news, and just thumbs up the video, period. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so first up, we're going to talk about luxury, not so much fashion, but then we'll with the other 2 topics, we'll get more into fashion. So first up, luxury experiences are all the things now. You have a Dior cafe. I want to say Fendi has a cafe, but don't quote me on that. But luxury brands are trying to figure out ways to capture the market, capture those people who are younger, who may not be able to spend $1,500 on a shirt, but you are willing to spend $30 on an itty bitty cake at our cafe. So or experiences where they have styling suites. So I know like Neiman Marcus is pushing out and doing styling suites in locations. Like I said, the Dior Cafe, I think Fendi has one. So they're more so looking for ways on how to kind of let people dibble and dabble and experience luxury, experience fashion in different ways. All that to say, for less than the price of a luxury handbag, so because those are now upwards of $1,500 and on up now, you can have a luxurious experience at the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport. So PS Lounge, in September of this year, 2023, they are opening up a lounge. Had it in the name. So they're opening up a luxury lounge. So for the one-time use, you can spend $1,095, so just under $1,100, or for a year membership, you can spend just under $5,000, so less than the price of a full-size Chanel bag. Okay, you can have this luxurious experience where you go to a private lounge instead of being in the crowded Atlanta airport. Okay, which is the world's busiest airport. And also with that, you get a personal attendant to take care of your luggage. You also, when it's time for your flight, first off, you get to pick when you want to board, whether you want to be the first people on the plane or you want to be the last person on the plane. You can do that. Also with that, you get this luxurious lounge experience, which I'm sure that price covers the food and drinks and whatever else is going on in that lounge. And then when it's time for you to board, you get a private chauffeur to take you in a BMW from the lounge directly to the plane. So you don't have to board like everybody else. They're going to roll out the red carpet for you. So I think it's a very reasonably priced experience for a one-time thing. It seems pretty cool, and I kind of want to try it. I will let you know I'll do a video on it if I try it. It won't be anytime soon, but that seems pretty cool. I'm going to mention it to my husband. I'm pretty sure he would want to try it too. But I think it's something that's pretty cool to experience, and it's very reasonably priced. So it's all along that luxury experience thing versus a tangible good. You get the memories, the experience, the feeling, and all the other things about luxury with this whole piece. So let me know if you would be interested in doing that. Throw your comments down below. My name is India, so thank you so much for watching this video. I cover topics related to fashion as well as lifestyle related topics. So that can be hair care. I also have some other topics that I'm going to be throwing out there, as well as me also pulling in my personal experiences for certain things. So definitely, if any of that sounds interesting to you, you like some fashion, you also like a little variety, I'm a good channel to subscribe to. So definitely please go ahead and do that. But even if you don't decide to subscribe, please at least just like this video. It is greatly appreciated. It is simply a free thank you to the hard work that every single YouTuber that puts out a video takes to do these videos. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox and move on to the next topic. So next fashion related item, fashion news we have out there is going to be talking about the Real Real. Now I love pre-owned. If you are not new to luxury fashion, pre-owned type of things, then you have heard about the Real Real. You know about the stories about how people have had previous issues with the Real Real, basically. So, and these are what people are saying. I'm not saying this. But anyway, so if you have not heard of the Real Real, they are an online luxury consignment store. They sell artwork, they sell fashion accessories, they also sell clothing. And they also have brick and mortar stores. But the Real Real has been going through some financial issues and they've closed some stores, things like that. They have a new CEO. And also, they, unfortunately, for the last 12 years, have not been a profitable business. This new CEO, it has a 3-point strategy where they're trying to come in and basically with that 3-point strategy, turn the company around and make it profitable by a period of time. So we'll have to see if it does work, but I wanted to talk about the 3-point strategy and wanted to get you all's opinions on whether you feel like this is going to help the Real Real or not. So first up in this 3-point strategy is going to be to incorporate ads. I have to say thank you to Closet Full of Cash. They are really good about sharing the consignment, luxury resale, secondhand type of fashion related news. So I had heard about this through them first. You'll see the articles linked below that I've read. So definitely I encourage you to read those. But anyway, so with those ads, they're adding ads. Yes, like you used to think about when bloggers would blog and they would have ads on their page so they can make revenue. That is what the Real Real is doing. I don't know how to feel about that. And as you can see from this quote that's up here on the screen, it says a woman in her 30s who can buy a vintage Chanel can also likely afford a car that she might see advertised next to it. So that's kind of what they're going for with the reasoning for these ads. I don't see why I would be looking at a vintage Rolex watch, for example, and I want to see an ad of a Ferrari. I don't even know if Ferrari advertises. BMW, we'll say BMW. I know BMW advertises. Like, those two don't make sense to me. Like, just because I like luxury fashion items does not mean I necessarily want to buy a luxury car. Also, they're unrelated, even though they're in the luxury category. So it's a little odd. However, I do kind of see how AI can help, which is what they talk about in this article, where they say eventually they would like to get to the point where you have, I'm looking at a strapless dress, and then I also see like a La Perla strapless bra advertised because it knows I'm looking at a strapless dress, so I need a strapless bra to go with it, or special underwear or undergarments, or they look at a sweater dress and they say, have you seen these Fendi tights? That makes more sense versus having two items that fit under a luxury category that are unrelated, like a handbag and an expensive car. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so the other part of this 3-point strategy is to reduce inventory. They're basically going to rework the inventory. So rather than, like I had mentioned, they do artwork, they also do clothing. So rather than keeping all of those pieces, more so focus on accessories, because that has been very successful in the luxury realm of consignment, with like your fashion files, your Yogi's closets, your Rebags, Vestiaire Collective. And also it takes up less room. So I can store a lot more watches than I can mink coats. So, and as well as artwork. So that makes also a lot more sense as well. And then there's probably a lot more people that are going to buy a luxury bag versus a really expensive piece of artwork that's taking up a lot of space also. So that to me makes sense. That help increase their kind of, or decrease their margins for storage. I can't think of what I want to say right now. So the other piece of this 3-point strategy is very interesting, because now they're going to switch over to, what did they say? Relying more on third-party sellers. So they didn't go into too much detail about what that meant in the article that I read. But if you think about something like Poshmark or your Vestir Collective, where they are the platforms that allow independent sellers to come on their platforms. Ultimately, those independent sellers are responsible for their goods. So in the past, Real has been accused, not saying it happened, I'm not saying it's fact, I am saying it's been an accusation, and I'm not saying anything else besides they have been accused. Gotta say that, you make sure to get it clear, that of selling fake goods to people. Now, if I am now a third party seller and I'm just selling through your platform, I am now responsible more so than the platform for the goods being sold to that person. So that kind of kills two birds with one stone when you're talking about the lack of trust that people have about by purchasing certain things from the Real, and that seller being responsible for making sure that it's authentic. So I think that is definitely a interesting move by them to do that, to make sure that they're staying within the same realm, but they're shifting the roles of responsibility. Smart business move, I feel like, as well. Okay, so that's what the Real. Let me know your thoughts on what their strategy is and whether you think it'll work. Do you still shop at the Real? Okay, and last up is going to be our good old girl, Tory Burch. So Tory Burch is a favorite brand of mine, I definitely will say. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Tory Burch is trying to shift their brand to being more of a luxury brand. Not that it isn't luxury price point, but you have your tiers of luxury. And I feel like Tory Burch is trying to climb her way out of contemporary to luxury status. I can do a video on that if you guys are interested. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. But that's at least my thoughts that I've had over the last 2 years. I won't go into that too much now. We're going to talk about Tory Burch fragrance oils, which I think is a great move for the company. So in this article that I read, which also will be linked down below, they talked about how they've been seeing a shift in the fragrance industry. I'm not big into fragrances, but people that I watch on YouTube do seem to like to layer their fragrances together. Totally makes sense. You can mix vibes and your scents together to create something different. And so and it's a smart move by their team to notice that shift, that they have now released 3 fragrance oils that you can purchase, and you can wear them by themselves, or you can also layer them with perfumes to create a scent of your own. So I think that's a really cool move. I don't know who else is doing that. Let me know if there's another company that also does this too, but I definitely think it adds an extra element to Tory Burch by going down this route. So with those 3 fragrance oils, they are suspended in a blend of avocado oil, vitamin E, and olive oil, which sounds very luxurious. So really good. The price point, I believe, is about $60. So it's pretty reasonable for those fragrance oils. And so I would love to smell them and pick one up myself. But let me know what you think about Tory Burch doing this fragrance oil thing. I think it's a really good move by the brand. And that is it for luxury fashion news today. Don't forget to like this video before you go, and check out another video before you run on off. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.